Now let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ plus story for today. I'm Faye Watt, and let's queer up South Florida and Florida. Drag queen denied law access during AHF HIV outreach in Wilton Manors. A community health initiative led by the AIDS Healthcare Foundation was abruptly shut down on June 20th in Wilton Manors. In a Facebook post that's gaining traction, drag performer and activist Nicole Halliwell wrote, quote, "I got in full drag tonight to film content with AHF about National HIV Testing Day outside Hunters. We parked the mobile testing van in the farthest space on the lot, away from everyone and everything. The new lot management, not Hunters, came up to us and said the new parking lot / plaza owner says we have to leave. Why? We're going to pay for the space. They say it doesn't matter. You need to leave," end quote. Halliwell added, quote, "This truly seems motivated by some type of prejudice. Every day I feel more and more that Wilton Manors is becoming gentrified by greedy straight people who want us out," end quote. The AHF testing bus has served the area for years, offering free health services to the LGBTQ plus community. Many online are calling this eviction a blow to vital queer health services and a sign of growing tensions in what has long been a safe space for South Florida's LGBTQ population. With no official comment yet from the plaza owner, questions remain. But for many, this incident highlights a growing fear that gentrification may be pushing queer life and life-saving services out of Wilton Manors. You know, Nicole Halliwell is she's a talented activist, advocate. She speaks for our community on a daily basis. She takes no BS from no one, and I respect her for that immensely. When it comes to this story, I think that I have to echo Wilton Manors' vice mayor, Chris Caputo, in saying he had replied to the Facebook comment, and he had said, "I'm reaching out to Styles to better understand their perspective and clarify any concerns they may have. I think it's important we approach this calmly and constructively, giving everyone a chance to be heard before jumping to conclusions." He ends his post by saying, "Ultimately, I'm optimistic that Styles and AHF can have a productive conversation and find a path forward. In the meantime, I'd encourage considering nearby public parking options that support community access while this all gets sorted out. AHF might consider parking at a city meters nearby, including spaces adjacent to the plaza and along Wilton Drive. Warmly, Chris Caputo, Wilton Manors Vice Mayor." If you want to read the rest of what he wrote, it's online as well. I think that I hope that they're able to come to some kind of resolution. Maybe it's just a mistake or a miscommunication, and until we get further information, we'll keep you tuned in.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to come up with a comment about this when you don't know both sides of the situation. Mm-hmm. But sitting there reading Nicole's post, it was really heart-wrenching. And it just seemed like it was more than just a parking dispute. It seemed like it was like a dangerous shift in our community priorities. Like they were more concerned with gentrification and making money than they are about supporting our community, because that particular parking lot has been there for years for our community, for our drag queens, for our LGBTQ elders and youth and our trans youth, to get services. I used to work at an organization that used to park their mobile unit there, and we serviced it there for hours and we had no problem. Yeah. So it's hard to see that we're in a place right now that we can't do that. Yeah. You know, but I just hope that maybe it's maybe it's something that you have to call ahead and let them know that you're coming or something. I hope that that's the problem.
That there's some kind of fine print that maybe we just haven't gotten to yet, and the parties will talk it through and make sure that it's alleviated. Like you said, many nonprofits use that parking lot in a lot of settings. So I give kudos to Nicole for having the cojones, to say when things don't feel right. And we'll follow the story. We'll continue to follow the story here at Queer News Tonight. And that is the big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.